Hey everyone, it's time for another unboxing, and let's get straight into it. So, another one-handed unboxing. Hope all you guys are doing well out there. Here we go, more coin goodness. All bridges burning, Red Revolt and White Guard in Finland 1918. Okay, some interesting artwork on this one here. Sorry about that reflection. Very interesting artwork. So this is designed by VPJ Arponen. I hope I pronounced that name right. And as the title says, this concerns the Finnish Civil War. And let's crack into it and have a look at this. Nothing like a unshrinking to start your Saturday morning. Okay, let's have another look at that artwork there. It's really interesting. It's like a pastel painting, I think. Yeah, very interesting. I'll have a think about that, see how I feel about it. Okay, into the box. Oh, and by the way, this is the 10th volume of the coin series. Here we go. Your usual GMT rule set. Your playbook, all bridges burning, and your usual standard GMT coin playbook. Counter sheet. Again, pretty much standard fare. Here we go. Our faction cards. Should be 1, 2, 3 of those. So a 3-player game. And a solitaire player aid. Sequence of play. The board, which I'm very interested in. Your usual coin components and some cards. Not a great deal of cards. Okay, let's have a look at that board and those cards. I'll pause for a moment while I dig those out. Okay, so here's a look at the board, and it's a small board which I'm quite excited about. There doesn't seem to be a lot of happening in the way of locations, which is great, because we've got quite a number of coin games that are extensive. So this is going to be a smaller footprint, which is fantastic. And the first striking thing about the board, obviously, is the fact that it's depicting a snow-covered region, obviously being white, and it's quite a big difference from most of the other coin games out so far, just in terms of appearance. Let's take a look at some of the parts of the board. So we've got the Senate forces here, and I'll talk about in a moment the different factions here very briefly. The moderate forces over here, and the Reds over here. And there's a space here for German forces. And we've got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major cities or regions. Cities. Helsinki's a city, definitely. And yeah, a very compact board, which I'm very pleased about. Let's take a look at those cards quickly. Okay, so here we have the Solitaire Ai cards, which were the system was first introduced, I think, with Gandhi. And so we've got a set of AI cards for each of the factions, the moderates and the Senate and the Reds. And these take you through the options for the the AI. Now, without going into detail, I understand there are some errata with the cards, which is disappointing, but GMT are going to put that right, so that's good to hear. But certainly, I think this card system is a lot more. It's a better flying system than the original system, and I know they're putting out cards for, I think, Fire in the Lake, and probably some other ones coming up too, to replace the original Solitaire system. And here we have our standard cards, and yeah, very much similar to most coin game cards. Just full of historical flavour. Yeah, just good stuff all round. I'm really enjoying coin games these days. Play them all solo. You never know, I may get this one on the table with Patrick. And I just thoroughly enjoy it, particularly from the history perspective. And in that regard, I'm going to read you one or two sentences from the rulebook here, just to give you and me an introduction into this particular coin edition. So, All Bridges Burning depicts a formative period in Finnish history in which the players vie for political and military power in the power vacuum created by the collapse of the Russian Tsarist rule in Finland, at the time a semi-autonomous province of Russia. Well, that was a mouthful. Okay, so we've got the factions. We've got the Senate, the Reds, as I said earlier, and the moderates. Now, there are some very interesting articles, I think it's on the GMT website, or you can get to it via the GMT website, regarding the designers' mindset in coming up with these factions. I think it's a must read to get your head around who exactly these factions depict. Fantastic reading, great introduction to a historical period that I'm not familiar with, and that is one of the beauty things about the coin system. You do get a bit of a history lesson as you play these games. So there you go, guys. That's All Bridges Burning. I'm very pleased to have this in the collection. I've got a few coin games ahead of this in the playlist, but given that it's a smaller footprint, this may have a better chance of getting to the table than sooner rather than later. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone.